Nelson Mandela, a global icon of freedom and forgiveness, has been buried in his hometown of Qunu. The man known as Father of the Nation spent his childhood years in this remote village south of Johannesburg. 4,500 people gathered here at the family estate to say goodbye, including his widow, his ex-wife and the President of South Africa, Jacob Zuma.
Today marks the end of an extraordinary journey that began 95 years ago. It is the end of 95 glorious years of a freedom fighter, a dedicated and humble servant of the people of South Africa.
Hundreds of people gathered to watch the solemn ceremony in football stadiums around the region. Mandela's coffin was buried to a military salute. A religious service for his family and close friends was held in private. This final goodbye wound up 10 days of commemorations around the world. On Tuesday, some 100 heads of state and thousands of mourners had paid their respects in Soweto Stadium. Despite the driving rain, around 60,000 people sang the national anthem and listened to tributes, including eagerly awaited words from US President Barack Obama.
Nothing he achieved was inevitable. In the arc of his life, we see a man who earned his place in history through struggle and shrewdness and persistence and faith.
Mandela's body then lay in state in the country's capital, Pretoria, for 3 days, as close to 100,000 South Africans paid their respects. Still more waited, anxious for a last glimpse of the country's first black president.
What we saw up here, it is very emotional. You will never believe that a legend like that you will see him like that, but his spirit lives on.
We arrived here at 2 o'clock in the morning. It was a very, very long wait. But yeah, I guess we're all satisfied that we saw him. It was very emotional, but then at the same time, we're satisfied he's resting in peace. And yeah, hopefully, wherever he is, he's smiling back on us.
Nelson Mandela stepped down as president in 1999 and gradually retired from political life. But the fervour surrounding Tata Madiba remained. In Pretoria or in the provinces, whether they managed to see their icon or not, South Africans danced to the beat of songs harking back to the fight against the apartheid. The country's current leaders have promised to live up to Mandela's legacy, but they do not inspire the same level of admiration. President Zuma, embroiled in numerous corruption scandals, was booed by the crowd at the Soweto Stadium. 20 years after the first multiracial elections, millions of black South Africans still live in poverty, without jobs or decent housing, in a society which is still profoundly unequal. South Africa's hero died on the 5th of December, aged 95. Now, his followers must forge on without him in their bid to implement the principles which assured their revolutionary leader his place in history.